right, so I've been wanting to do a book review on Allen Carr, Easy Way to Control Alcohol. So this is an audio book that I got, and it changed my life. I'll talk a little bit about it. The book is the same, from what I understand. I am not as much of a reader as I like to listen to things. So I listened to it over the course of 3 days. It was like 8 hours of material. I really enjoyed it. There's a gentleman who narrates it who has like an English accent, and it just kind of drew me in. Really an excellent take. I made the decision that I was going to stop drinking after about 35 years of drinking pretty steadily and getting to the point where I was drinking a lot more than I wanted to. My health was starting to reflect all the alcohol that I was drinking, where I was doing some binging. Every night I would drink maybe 5, 6 beers, a couple nips, and just wasn't healthy for me. And I made the decision that I'm going to just quit. So I went researching different ways to quit. I'm not much of a meeting guy, if you know what I mean. And a lot of people have had success with AA, but it never appealed to me. I did go to a meeting once with a friend, and I found it very depressing. So that was just me. I wanted to get to a place where I could control alcohol. Maybe drink, when I was around in social situations, but not drink every day, every night, and feel like I was compelled to drink when I know I shouldn't be. So that led me to Allen Carr's Easy Way to Control Alcohol. He has some other books, but this is the one that I ended up downloading on Audible. So how did it affect me? Well, first of all, I was really captivated by the audio. And again, I listened to it over the course of 3 days. So I would listen to 2.5 hours maybe. And without too many spoilers, I would say that he recommends that you don't stop drinking until you finished the book. With me, it was finished listening, if you're reading it, until you turn over the last page. So you're not supposed to listen to it or read while you're drinking, like literally drinking. So you don't want to be drunk. You want to be of clear mind when you're reading or listening to the book. And then how does it work? Like, how does this book affect me in a way that I could just stop drinking? I'm a musician, and I play out live music at bars and restaurants a couple times a week. And I never thought I'd be able to enjoy myself going out and playing live music and watching everybody else drink and have fun. And me being sober, right? That was the furthest thing from the idea of fun. And I thought it was going to ruin my music career, as it were. And I got to say, the way the book lays out, the way he gets gets under your skin a little bit and into your frame of mind, so that it's kind of working on your unconscious mind and your conscious mind. And then in the book, they also address withdrawals, physical withdrawals, and how they minimize that basically and kind of give you a better understanding of what's going to happen to your body after you finish with your alcohol abuse. I went from 35 years of drinking to quit drinking, never looked back. If I could give you an analogy, I would say it's almost like you had a job that you didn't realize how much you hated. Everybody likes you there and they want you to stay, but you realize one day that this job isn't for me anymore. And then you quit, walk away, and you never look back. There's another part of you that says, oh, I wish I was back at that factory. It's like, the way I think about it is I had my share of alcohol. Like, I've had every kind of buzz there is, from like a 2-beer buzz to me walking drunk where you lose control of your faculties. So if you're someone who feels like they've tried all the alcohol they need, there's one thing in the book that he covers that he talks about the flavors in alcohol. And you're like, oh, well, I'm going to miss pumpkin beer. Well, all the flavors in alcohol that they do to dress it up is coming from an original flavor, like nature's flavor. So you can have a pumpkin flavored coffee, or you can have pumpkin pie, right? Something with pumpkin in it. And that's going to have that pumpkin flavor. So if you're someone that says, oh, I can't do without a, cherry martini or whatever, I'm not a daiquiri or whatever it is, and you're like, those flavors that are going to kind of disguise or enhance the taste of alcohol so it makes it more palatable. Those flavors are available to you through nature, and you can get them at the grocery store, and they're going to be healthy for you. So how does it get in there into your mind so that you feel like you never want to drink again, and you're okay with hanging out with people that are drinking, and you can go and have a good time in social situations? Keep a clear head, drink club soda, water, whatever it is that you enjoy that doesn't have any of the alcohol in it, and just enjoy yourself, and then wake up feeling good, feeling clear-headed, and just loving life. It's really, I would say, they address this in the book where it says, is this brainwashing? Because it almost feels like it is. But in reality, it's a reverse brainwashing, because we're brainwashed to think that alcohol is so mainstream, right? And that it's okay and it's normal, and fine wine and all these glorifications of alcohol, and they're so normal and they're ingrained in our minds from when we're a kid. The book unravels all that nonsense. So I'm hoping that this is going to be helpful to anyone who's thinking about reading the book or listening to the book like I did, because it made a big change in my life. It's been 5 years. I go out, I play music all the time. I hang out with my friends when they're drinking. There might come a point in the evening where I'm like, okay, I'm taking off because I'm not on the same level. But one of the things that is good to keep in mind is if you have friends that are friends and they drink, you can still enjoy time and enjoy their company. It's the people that you are hanging around with because of the drinking that you're probably not going to have a relationship anymore with, which is okay, because if they're true friends, you will. And if they're just drinking buddies, you'll drift apart. So that is a real thing, but it's not a negative thing. I'm hoping that this is helpful to you. Easy Way to Control Alcohol by Allen Carr. I have a Amazon link. I also do reviews on music equipment. So I have an Amazon affiliate link down there. Just if you wanted to get the book through there, I'd get like a small little commission. That's not important to me. I just happen to have the link because of the music here. So if you want to get it on Audible, that's what worked for me. I would suggest over a 3-day period, listen to that. You don't have to just sit and listen in your car, but you can kind of do some of the things you would normally do, whether it's cleaning the house or going for a walk, and just let it seep into your mind. I'm not saying that it's 100% going to make you quit. However, if your mind is made up that you're done, you just need some help, like getting over the mental part, so you can silence that little voice that says, we'll quit tomorrow, we'll quit next week. What are we going to do when the wedding comes? How are we going to have fun at Christmas time? You know, just silence that voice. It's not as strong as you think, right? So, you know, the unconscious mind can be a really tricky situation because it's so used to patterns and behaviors, habits. However, if you were used to touching a stovetop every day because it wasn't on, and then all of a sudden you touched it again and it burned your hand, there's a good chance that that's never going to be something you're tempted to do again. You're not going to want to touch that stovetop. And it doesn't take a year or 2 years or unpacking all of your past traumas. It's fine if you want to do a little reflecting on why it is that you're drinking, or, you know, what made you start drinking. But the main thing is you want to be done with it. So I would say get the book. Hopefully it works for you. If not, I'm going to be doing more videos. This is something that I'm pretty passionate about. And I've been taking training for coaching and hypnosis and all those things. I'm fascinated about the unconscious mind. And I'm going to be letting some more videos kind of creep out into the ethos. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been helpful to you. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. I would love to be able to share my experience if you're interested, if you have any specific questions, especially regarding the book. But also, I am trained as a coach, as well as I'm a certified hypnotist, and I have a passion for helping people, especially people who were where I was miserable. I was a very angry person. I let my emotions get control of me. I had problems with relationships and family and all these negative feelings. It seemed like every day I was in a ton of debt, and just was a bad place. I didn't like my job, where I lived. You know, it's an old story. My new story is I'm happy where I am, and I'm really excited to be able to share how I got from where I was to where I am. So if you're interested in that, look me up, Joe Savia, coaching. Talk to you soon.